Hello, everybody. I'm so sorry for what happened last Friday. So we are going to have this webinar in English right now. And I hope that you will understand. If you have any question, you will have some time at the end of my presentation. You can ask some questions. So let's start. I'm going to present you the same thing as those that were presented on Friday by uh, Andrei, the new PCP guidelines and the new self-assessment tool that we have prepared. So all we are doing is based on the global FMD control strategy that was developed by FAO and OIE with these three components: the improvement of the global FMD control, the reinforcement of the vet services, and the reducing of the impact of other major infectious diseases. Based on this global strategy, PCP guidelines have been developed since 2008. It's a joint tool of OIE, FAO, and EU FMD. And last year we managed to have the second edition because the first one was somehow a little bit difficult to understand. So if you see on there, you can see the first version, which was developed in 2012 of the PCP guidelines, with the 5 stages from stage 0 to stage 5, and then after this, the country could go to the status of free country or zone without vaccination. And then we realized that it was sometimes a little bit complicated for countries to understand where they were. So we reorganized everything and we changed the end of the chart. Now you have 4 stages from 0 to 4, and after you have the part of the piece of the OIE status. I will explain you a little bit more. So there, from the stage 0 to stage 3, you have the country can progress under the GFTAD PCP. And then on stage 4, the country can ask for the recognition of its official control program to control the FMD in the country or in the zone. The objective is to stop the circulation of the virus within the country or within a zone. And after the stage 4, you have the part of official status with the status recognized for the country or for a zone of FMD free with vaccination, and then a status of FMD free without vaccination. So this is again to show you what are the different documents, different steps that you have to achieve to go from one stage to another one. So to go to the stage 0 to the stage 1, you have to design a risk assessment plan. To go to stage 2, you have to have a risk-based strategic plan. And then to go to stage 3, you have to design a national control program to eliminate the virus. And to go to stage 4, you need to have this control program endorsed by OIE. So this is a summary of this, of the minimum stage compliance requirements on the left and the outcome indicators to be achieved for each stage. So there you have the risk assessment plan, risk strategic plan, official control program that I told you about before. And there you have on the left side, you have the different measures that you have to put in place and to implement, depending on which stage you are. In stage 1, you have to understand the risk of FMD. Then in stage 2, you have to implement and monitor the risk-based measures against FMD. In stage 3, you have to be able to do early detection and to have a quick response to all outbreaks of foot and mouth disease. And in stage 4, you need to have the program approved by OIE implemented and monitored. Then you have the two last parts, the parts where you have OIE-free status with vaccination and without vaccination. So this is the new PCP guidelines and the new different stages that we have. And we have managed to do this to do the documents in different languages. So the PCP guidelines for the moment, they are available in English, French, and Russian. The risk assessment plan, we have a template available for the moment only in English and French. And I don't think it would be translated into Russian, as all the countries, Russian-speaking countries, now are in the next stage, so they will not need any risk assessment plan, but the risk-based strategic plan template is already available in English, Russian, Arabic, and French. These documents will be soon all available on the GFTAB website. Then the second part of my presentation is about the self-assessment tool. For years, we have provided all the countries with some questionnaires before the meeting, and these questionnaires were, the aim of these questionnaires were to help the countries to assess themselves within the PCP and to know where they were. So this is the kind of questionnaire that you are used to fill, and this is the outcome of the questionnaire, and it's based on these outcomes that we could manage to discuss with the countries based on what they feel in the questionnaire, based on the discussion we have during the roadmap meetings, and based on the presentations done by the countries. We managed to know where they were and to propose different PCP stages for the countries. And now we have developed a new tool, which is called the self-assessment tool. It will be something that can be filled within in an Excel document, and the advantage is that you can download the document, fill it, and then upload it to share it with us. And in this part, you have three parts. You have this introduction part, the part where you fill all your information, and then the results. So I will explain you all these different parts. The first part, which are the one that I showed you in blue there, you have different parts in blue. You have the introduction. In this introduction, you have all explanations about this self-assessment tool. So you will have to read this to understand how to fill it. And then you have different instructions showing you the different parts of the tool, the parts where you have introduction, the contact details, what I will explain you later, and the different parts there are explained here. So you will have to fill your contact details so that the people will know who filled the questionnaire. And then you have also a place where you have the glossary. We have tried to explain all the different terms that we are using in order for everybody to talk about the same thing and not to interpret differently. Then you have this part on the top right, where you have different boxes, and I will explain you all the different boxes. With the previous questionnaire, you were used to fill a questionnaire depending on the stage you pretend to be. Now you are going to fill all the information, and based on this information, you will understand in which stage you are in the PCP. So the first box is the current FMD strategy in place. So the country are asked to indicate which FMD control plan is currently in place. If it's a risk assessment plan, a risk-based strategic plan, or if they are already trying to fill an official control program and they already have it, or they will already propose it to OIE to be endorsed. Then the second part is about livestock sector and stakeholders. So this part is to explain you what are for you to this component aim at providing an overview about the livestock sector and the stakeholders in your country. The statements given are directly related to the PCP principle and based on the PCP guidelines, second version of July 2018. In the column explanation, some background information is provided to explain the reason why the statement is relevant for progressive FMD control. In the column reference, resources and links on the subject are provided. Then you have another part which is the part on surveillance and diagnostic. So in this part, it is in this component, the statement reflects the capacity present to acquire insight into the FMD situation in your country. This includes capacities concerning passive and active surveillance, diagnostic, and capacity to collate, validate, analyze, and report the surveillance data in regular reports on the FMD situation. Also, you still have the reference column and the columns with the explanations. Then you have a third box dealing with the vet services. So in the box within the vet services, the statement reflects the capacity of the veterinary services for progressive FMD control. You will find a large number of references made to the critical competencies of the OIE tool for the PVS tool for the evaluation of the performance of veterinary services. In the PCP guidelines, and thus in the statement of these self-assessment tools, these critical competencies have been used to reflect the competencies needed to progressive FMD control. Therefore, these references are only made to provide the link between the FMD PCP self-assessment statement and the OIE PVS evaluation. There is reference to the critical competencies and they are not meant to be leading in self-assessing your PVS current status. It is just for you to have an idea of where you are. And then you have the fifth box, which is the box about the prevention, control, and evaluation. This is in this component, you have statements who refer to the actual control measures in place. Control measures that focus on the reduction of the impact of clinical FMD, which is the PCP FMD stage 2, or on the elimination of the virus circulation, which is the stage 3. So there I just explain you the different, what you have inside the different boxes there. Every time you have to answer yes or no, yes with 1 or no with 0. Every time I can go back to this. There you have the answer. You put 0 when it's no, and you put 1 when it's yes. For all these boxes, the way it works, it's the same. And then you have the parts below there. You have a survey, which is a box where you will have to fill the information about what do you think about this self-assessment tool, what are the different places where we could improve it, and so we could change it if needed. But you also have some boxes with the results. results based on the answers you have given to the 5 boxes above. So first you have a self-assessment summary where you will see where you are depending on the stage 1, 2, 3. And so you can see what is completed and what is still pending. Then you have another part about the completed and pending activities, where you can see that for some activities you will have them in green when they are completed and in purple when they are not completed. And so you will know what you still have to do. And then you have another box, which is the box where you can see the prioritization. In this box, incomplete activities are listed by component and by priority, high or low priority, and they are identified using the self-assessment tool. The prioritization is possible only for the stages 1, 2, and 3. And then at the end, you can print all the results. So I go back to this part. So I explained you this part, all introduction, the different parts you have to fill 1, 0, depending on if you say yes or not. And then you have all these boxes. When you click on these boxes, you have the possibility to get the different type of result, and then you can print the full result. So this is what I wanted to present you about this self-assessment tool. This self-assessment tool have been sent on Friday evening to all the participants. And of course, for the moment, it's only in English because we didn't translate it yet in Russian. And we wanted to use the opportunity of this meeting in Shiraz to do a full-scale trial, to propose you to use this self-assessment tool and to tell us what do you think about it, and so that we can improve it. Of course, because we cannot ask the Russian-speaking countries to fill this tool, which is only in English, we have provided the previous version of the questionnaires. So all of the countries will have to fill the previous version of the questionnaires. And additionally, if the country can fill this self-assessment tool and give us some feedback about it, it would be great. And we will manage to discuss about this when we will be in Shiraz. Thank you very much. If you have any question, I'm ready to answer. I can answer to the Pakistan. Yes, I already answered. I think so. We already sent all these documents to all the countries, to all the participants. No question? Giancarlo. Oh, yes. I didn't test it. The self-assessment tool can also be filled online. That's true. That's true. But in this region, sometimes we have some problems with the countries that cannot access to internet. So this is why this other possibility to download the questionnaire, to fill it, and then to upload it again was a good opportunity for this region. But let's do it. It can be done online. Oh, the tool has been sent to all the participants on Friday. Didn't you receive it? I'll check. Yes, I think that Pakistan, you didn't receive it because for the moment we have no participant from Pakistan. So this is why you didn't receive it. And we send it only to the countries. Any other question? Okay. So I think we can stop the webinar right now. Feedback from Andre, the feedback from countries on self-assessment tool would be beneficial for FAO and OIE. Yes, of course. Normally it should work. I hope. We already tested it. I will check what you have received. I will check what you have received. To my mind. As we don't have any participant from Pakistan, then we didn't send it to Pakistan. But so it was sent to. I don't think you received it, so I will send it back to you, Dr. Afsal. Yes. So I think that we are going to stop this webinar right now, and I hope to see you in Shiraz soon also. Thank you so much. See you there, Ruth. Okay, bye-bye. Have a nice day.